Welcome back to the Malaysia Money Matters show. It's the 4th of September 25. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the news shaping Malaysia and the wider world.
Right. We'll be looking at corporate moves, government plans, international events.
And trying to give you the why behind it all. Make sense of the complex stuff quickly.
Exactly. Clear, engaging, useful insights.
Okay, let's get started. So corporate Malaysia first. Seems there's some optimism. Analysts lifting FBM KLCI forecasts.
Yeah, it looks like it. The last quarter wasn't as bad as feared, and maybe some U.S. tariff worries are fading slightly.
And this dividend news. 20% of companies declaring higher dividends.
That's quite telling, isn't it? It's not just talk, it's actual money going back to shareholders. It really signals, growing confidence from investors.
Okay, but not all smooth sailing. PPB Group facing a potential huge hit, RM 600 million.
That's the worst case scenario, yes. It involves their associate WilmarA and an Indonesian court appeal over palm oil permits.
And didn't some judges get arrested for alleged bribery?
That's right, the ones who initially acquitted them. Well, it's messy. A big potential liability.
So what's the impact there?
Well, it's a serious risk, no doubt. But PPB is saying they'll maintain dividends, suggests they believe they can manage it somehow. It's one to watch for sure.
Right. Moving to greener pastures, literally, big push in solar. LSS 5 plus Fern.
Yes. 7 public firms shortlisted, including big names like Malakoff and TNB National. We're talking nearly 2,000 megawatts combined capacity. It's a major step.
And related to that, Cape EMS partnering with Shanghai Sermatec for battery storage.
Exactly. Locally assembled systems in Johor aimed at the ASEAN market. It's not just about generating renewable energy, but storing it too. Crucial for solar, for EVs, building that whole infrastructure.
Makes sense. What else is happening? DNX got another extension.
Yep, another year operating the National Single Window for Trade Facilitation. Keeps cross-border trade flowing digitally. Important for efficiency.
And GE Aerospace is expanding here.
That's right. Part of a bigger Asia-Pacific investment. They're doubling their CFM LEP engine maintenance capacity in Malaysia. Good for high-skilled jobs, good for our aerospace sector.
Okay. And manufacturing. September is a key test.
Yeah, analysts are waiting for the next PMI reading. It'll show the real impact, if any, from those U.S. tariff hikes. A vital sign for the sector's health.
Malaysia's also eyeing more high-tech investments generally, right? RM 190 billion approved in the first half.
Focusing on things like AI and renewable energy, trying to position Malaysia as a hub for those future industries.
What about Tenaga? There was that big potential tax liability over RM 10 billion.
They're saying no provisions needed for now, confident in their cash flow and ability to pay dividends. So some reassurance for their investors.
And Tropicana is redeeming Sukuk. Debt reduction.
Yes, RM 100 million paid back. They're aiming to cut borrowing significantly by end 2025. Looks like prudent financial management.
Luxstrom buying land in Klang.
RM 40.55 million for future development. They're cash rich, looking for better returns.
Intabina got a big condo job in Setapak.
Yep, RM 212 million contract from Simi Darby Property. A nice boost to their order book.
And 99 Speedmart going into China. Fuzhou.
That's a big move. Diversifying beyond Malaysia, they have a huge cash pile, about RM 836 million, which helps buffer the risks. But it's a major test. Can their model work there?
Interesting. KJTS Group planning a special issue.
RM 145 million, yeah. To Bumi Putra investors. Helps meet equity conditions and funds expansion in cooling energy.
Extra Global selling durian land. Yields weren't great.
Apparently so. They're shifting focus to collection centers instead. A strategic adjustment.
Magnitec's profit dropped, though.
Down 20% in the first quarter. Softer sales plus foreign exchange losses. They still declared a 3.5-cent dividend, but reflects tougher market conditions.
And Doko expanding. Sri Lanka.
Yes, secured the first telecommunications infrastructure license there. Good for Sri Lanka's digital push and Adoko's regional footprint.
Okay, let's shift to Malaysian political and government news. The 13th Malaysia Plan passed the Senate.
That's the big one. The 5-year development blueprint for 2026 to 2030 sets the national direction. Crucial for planning, investment. Give a clear roadmap.
And the government's talking rare earth revenue sharing with states. That industry is potentially worth ringgit 1 trillion.
Huge potential, yes. The key here is collaboration with states from the start. Trying to ensure benefits are shared, avoid past conflicts, develop this high-value sector responsibly.
What about this SARA aid, the RM 100 one-off payment?
Governments stepping up monitoring of essential goods, making sure there's enough stock when the 22 million Malaysians redeem their aid. Basic logistics, but important.
Good news for travelers, the KLIA Aerotrain is back 247.
Yep, after maintenance. Should ease things at Terminal 1.
Any update on extending the ECRL to Rantau Panjang?
Still in early talks with China, apparently. The aim is to boost development up there in Kelantan.
Sarawak is pushing regional energy cooperation, too.
Yes, leveraging their natural resources for renewable energy exports. Thinking Borneo Grid, ASEAN Power Grid, positioning themselves as a key green provider.
And the national AI in Bahasa Malaysia.
That's fascinating. It's about digital sovereignty, reducing reliance on foreign tech, and ensuring AI aligns with local values and language. Very forward-looking.
Quick updates. Naudo task force on the urban renewal bill, police hunting suspects in the attack on a Guanang trial witness.
Right. Witness safety is always a concern in high-profile cases.
Government appealing Papagomo's sedition acquittal, and in the Zara Kwawina inquest, a pathologist testified it was unlikely she fell accidentally.
Providing key evidence in that tragic case.
Okay, let's broaden out international news. Big military parade in China. Xi with Putin and Kim.
Yeah, marking 80 years since WWII's end. Xi's message was stark. A choice between peace and war. It's a very strong geopolitical signal. Shows closer alignment between those three.
And Kim Jong-un's daughter was there, making her international debut.
UI, yes.
Yeah.
Seen with her father in Beijing. It fuels all that speculation about her being the potential successor. Raises big questions about North Korea's future leadership.
Turning to economics. U.S. holiday spending expected to drop. Steepest since the pandemic.
A 5.3% decline predicted, especially among Gen Z. People are uncertain about the economy, cautious with their money. Could be tough for retailers.
And Trump wants the Supreme Court to rule quickly on his tariffs, after an appeals court found them illegal.
That's right. Creates uncertainty for markets, a real test for his past economic policies.
He also dismissed rumors about ill health.
That he was active over Labor Day, just addressing public speculation.
Meanwhile, gold keeps climbing, past U.S. $3,500.
Classic safe haven buying. Rate cut expectations, trade tensions. Investors are nervous, so they flock to gold.
But oil prices dropped. OPEC Plus might hike output.
Brent fell about 2%. They're meeting soon. Might increase production targets. That could push prices down further if supply increases.
Good news for Alphabet, though. Google. Court ruled against breaking it up.
Huge relief for them. They get to keep Chrome and Android integrated. Removes a massive regulatory threat. Boosted their shares.
But Apple lost an AI researcher to Meta. Part of a talent drain.
Seems so. Raises questions about Apple's own AI progress, and maybe team morale if key people are leaving.
Goldman's top Asia banker is optimistic about Chinese stocks, though.
Citing better sentiment, money flowing back in. Despite the sluggish economy overall, a positive sign for that market, perhaps?
BlackRock lost a big mandate, U.S. $17 billion from a Dutch pension fund, over climate concerns.
Yes. Shows the increasing pressure on big asset managers over ESG. Investors are serious about climate risk now, and it has real financial consequences.
And Tesla's sales woes continue in Europe, Germany, France.
Significant drops in registrations. It's a challenge for Tesla, even as the overall EV market grows. Competition is really heating up.
UK budget date set for November 26th.
Finance Minister Reeves aiming to lower inflation and borrowing costs. Crucial for market confidence in UK finances.
Political uncertainty in Japan. PM Ishiba under pressure.
Over whether to call an early leadership election. Affect stability, could impact the yen.
And Thailand's ruling party wants a snap election to block a rival.
Seems like it, after the PM was sacked. Escalates the political deadlock there. More instability.
Indonesia turning to its central bank for funding. For Prabowo's projects.
Raises questions about central bank independence and fiscal discipline. A burden-sharing agreement, they call it.
And there's been rioting in Indonesia, too, over political perks, service cuts.
Yeah, fueled by public anger. Highlights deep resentment. Risks more instability.
Finally, back to 1MDB. That DiCaprio Basquiat painting sold at auction at a discount.
US $3 million discount, yes. Part of the ongoing effort to recover funds from Malaysia. A reminder of how art and high-value assets get caught up in these massive financial crimes.
Right. Quite the whirlwind of news this week. Thanks for breaking it all down.
Always interesting times.
So thank you for joining us for this deep dive. For you, the takeaway is clear. Staying informed on these interconnected global and local events is really key. Make sure to subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast to stay informed on the financial pulse of the nation and the world.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at moneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.